Hello people, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL prediction segment, I'm going to be giving you my prediction and preview for Super Bowl 47 with the 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Well people, I'm going to go with Baltimore, maybe a little bit of a surprise to some people out there. Baltimore right now, their quarterback Joe Flacco is just playing, lights out, phenomenal level. He's number one in the quarterback rating in the postseason. He has no interceptions. He's been basically Joe Cool, Mr. Unflappable in the clutch. Have running back Ray Rice is leading the postseason players in rushing yards with 247. The wide receiver, one of the wide receivers, I should say, Bolden, is leading in 276 yards as far as receiving yards go. And Baltimore on the defensive end is playing lights out as well, with the exception of that game against the Denver Broncos. They have been playing exceptionally well. Baltimore, what can we say? There's not enough superlatives to say about linebacker Ray Lewis. He's leading all postseason players in combined tackles right now with 44, and I believe in the top 5 there are 5 Baltimore Ravens in tackles right now. There's actually a 49er that is tied for the 5th spot, but there are 5 people in the top 5 in tackles right now for the Baltimore Ravens, and that once Ravenous defense, is starting to emerge once again. They might have tapered off a little during the regular season, but there are signs that they are, coming together collectively right now. And Ray Lewis playing with one arm that's, not, 100%, and he's still, showing to be a dominant force out there. I mean, this is just like impressive and beyond belief right now. I mean, it's just really astronomical, level that he is playing on. What I'm looking at too is also the Baltimore Ravens are intercepting the ball quite a bit now in their INTs. They are playing, like phenomenal on the defensive end, not just in the tackling department, but in the interceptions as well, and holding the Patriots to no points in the second half going into New England and doing what they did. Let's talk a little about the 49ers now. Speaking of phenomenal quarterback, Colin Kaepernick, he just continues to amaze and impress. He is playing lights out as well. His quarterback rating, I believe, is second among postseason players at nearly 106 right now. It's 105.9 to be precise. He's rushed for over 200 yards in the postseason, though the majority of them came against the previous game against Green Bay, but still, 200 yards for a quarterback in 2 games in the postseason. He's only had like 9 total starts in his career, which is another reason I go with Baltimore, because Baltimore with Joe Flacco has a lot more career starts, obviously, than Colin Kaepernick does, and that is going to be vital in a game of this magnitude. Don't get me wrong, Colin Kaepernick has been, fairly, Mr. Composure himself, and he will, and the 49ers will as well, play a very good game in this one. I just think Baltimore just has a slight edge based on the way they're playing right now. Interesting thing, the main concern I have for Baltimore in this game against the 49ers is the fact that, you kind of have 2 bona fide rushers, running backs in a way, on the 49ers, and one of them plays the quarterback position. I mean, between Gore and Colin Kaepernick, it's going to be like a 2-headed monster that Baltimore may have to fret about in this particular game. Can they devise or formulate a game plan to at least contain the running game? The Ravens were only 20th in the regular season in opposition rushing yards, while the 49ers, on the other hand, were 4th in the NFL during the regular season in rushing yards. And keep in mind, all those games were not played with Kaepernick in them. So, the Baltimore can have their hands full in that department. But I think in virtually every other aspect and element of this game, it could favor Baltimore. Baltimore has the intangibles going for them right now. they're playing with such passion and such heart. It's like there's this aura and mystique that is surrounding Baltimore and Ray Lewis right now, and he just seems to be giving them this extra burst of energy and ability. They are just playing, like I said before, there's such, this play is so stellar right now of them, and I think a lot of it is attributed to Ray Lewis's inspiration, and the motivation is there because obviously Baltimore does not want Ray Lewis to go out a loser, and everything is going to be done obviously for them to attain Super Bowl glory and to win this game. And brother against brother, maybe the title of this video should have been "Oh Brother." You have two great coaches going at it, two brothers. This Super Bowl really has a number of very good subplots to it, and I expect this to be a very competitive battle. And but although I will say I think we are going to see some scoring, at least in moderation. I don't think it's going to be like a 9-7 game. I'm going to give you a score prediction. I'm going to say right now I'm thinking Baltimore 27, 49ers 21. Nothing would shock me in this game, though. Colin Kaepernick might not, have an abundance of experience as far as starting QB goes, but he is playing very well, and he has shown composure during this postseason, and especially, when going into Atlanta and doing what was done. Atlanta might have been the underdog in that game, but they were at home. And, being down 17-0 in a battle back from adversity, I think that speaks volumes. Well, people, that will conclude this YouTube segment for my Super Bowl prediction for Super Bowl 47. I have the Baltimore Ravens prevailing over the San Francisco 49ers. Should be an excellent game. And this will be it for my predictions until next season, and I hope to see the few fans that I have. I hope to see you back then. Till next time, people, stay well.